All right, guys, we're going to start in a second. We're going to start this live. I'm trying to go ahead and see if I can adjust my monitor here so I'm able to see everything. But I want to thank all of you guys for coming out. What we're going to do is we're going to go through the whole process of really what it takes to actually build your business online, actually a $100,000 business. I'm just going to wait a couple of minutes for some more people to actually jump on because I don't want you to miss anything. What we're going to walk through is the first thing that we're going to walk through is just give you a little overview of how our industry is doing, the 5 steps that you need to take to actually go ahead and build your business. And then I'm going to actually show it to you. Okay. We're going to do it from scratch. So I want to make sure that you are attentive. Please go ahead and make sure that you take notes. Make sure that you have all of your things ready to go ahead and rock and roll. Because we're going to get into a lot of stuff and it's going to be a little bit intense. So please make sure you take some notes, get your questions answered. If you have any questions, go ahead and put it in the chat box. It is a delay when it comes to Webinar Jam. So please just give it a couple of seconds to go ahead and really come through, and then I'll go ahead and answer them. So thank all of you guys for actually coming out. If you don't know me, my name is Gloria Ward, and I have been marketing online for at least 7 years now. Okay. I've been fortunate enough to build $2 million businesses. One I've done in 14 days, and another I did back in 2014. We did over $1 million and paid out over $2 million in commissions. We were so happy about that business. So I'm going to show you everything tonight, from soup to nuts, and we're just going to go ahead and get started. So let me go ahead and get some stuff in order on my end. It is going to be a PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to share with you just to give you an overview, and then we're actually going to go into it. Okay. So let me go ahead and share this with you guys. Let me see if you can see it. All right. So here is my actual PowerPoint. And then just to let you guys know that this is just an overview of everything. Now, I cannot see my screen, or I cannot see your comments or anything like that. So just please go ahead and bear with me as we go through this. So let me just see, though, if you can actually see it. Can everybody actually see the screen? Is everybody okay? Can you hear me? Is everything good? If you can, just put it in the chat box there to let me know that you can, and I'll go ahead and get started with the whole presentation because we have a lot to cover. But I want to make sure that you guys can actually see everything. So just give me a yes, give me a no. I know it takes a little bit of time, but that will work for me. Just give me a yes, give me a no. Okay. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get to it. Okay. So I'm going to put my slideshow on my end. What I'm going to talk about today, guys, is the question that a lot of people ask, and that is online marketing rigged to make you fail? And the reason why a lot of people ask that question is because they don't know how to get ahead. They don't know what it is that they need to do to go ahead and start to grow their business. And it gets a little bit frustrating as we actually go along. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you the 5 ways that you can actually go ahead and free yourself from that mentality, because that's the mentality that's keeping you broke, where you're thinking that online marketing is actually rigged to make you fail or is some kind of scam. Trust me, people do make a lot of money in this business. So what we're going to cover is the truth about online marketing, why 95% of the people fail and end up broke. What are the 5 ways where you can actually free yourself? how you could turn your business around in 48 hours. And then I'm going to give you some resources for you to actually move forward. So here are some of the facts that I want you to pay attention to when it comes to online marketing today and just doing business online in general. As you can see, from 2014 and from 2013 to 2014, if you see the numbers, internet marketing and online sales was $304.9 billion. Okay. And they're estimating that that is going to go up that web sales actually went up 15.4%. Now, the reason why that happened, and if you take a look at the graph here, is because a lot of stuff is moving online now. Everybody is coming online. Everybody, from your smartphones to your iPads to whatever it is that you have, the apps. A lot of people are moving their business online to go ahead and get money. Now, where the market is going, and this is what I want you to pay attention to, is that the market now is going to the whole thing of mobile advertising, mobile apps, and app indexing, which means that you're going to be able to sell a lot more mobile apps, and you're also going to be able to sell mobile programs because people are using their smartphones more. So the average person uses 26% of their apps daily. I know I do. I use my Facebook, my Snapchat, I use my banking, I use all of that stuff. And so what they did is come up with a concept called app indexing, where now the most popular apps that your audience actually engages in, you can actually go ahead and retarget them. And Google has this right now where you can go ahead and sell to them based on the apps that they like and based on the stuff that they download. And when you're trying to build a 100K business, what I'm telling you is that's going to be the most important thing, especially when it comes to lead generation. This is where lead generation is going to go, where they're actually going to re-engage the audiences. We call it retargeting for what we use it for now. But as you can see from the graph, it is just has grown from 2008 to 2012, and it's estimated to grow even more. Most of the people who are coming online, and this is what I want you to actually write down. Most of the people who are coming online, look at the stuff that they're purchasing. Number one is clothing and accessories, right? Now, those are what they call the millennium influencers. Those are the young people who are buying shoes, clothes, bags, all of that wonderful stuff, right? But take a look at what else people are buying. They're buying books. They're buying books. They're buying courses. They're buying information, and information counts for 32% of what people are buying online outside of those billions of dollars. So what does that mean? Give me 1 second. I just want to show you exactly what that means. Okay, I want to go ahead and just speak to you guys right quick and let me tell you what that means. That means that all of the things that you have in your head, all of those good ideas that you have, all of those things that you want to be able to put out there and actually sell and give to people and help them and train them and do whatever it is that you want to do, you have the opportunity to go ahead and do that now, especially the way the market is going, because 32% of the people now are buying information online. They're buying books, they're buying CDs, if that's what you're giving. They're buying all of this stuff to get more knowledge. People are paying attention to a lot of the online books and the Kindles and all this stuff. So when you're thinking about your business, and again, we're going to go through this, when you're thinking about your business, what I want you to know is that a lot of people are already buying exactly what it is that you want to sell. The only thing that you will have to do is figure out what that is and how to actually go ahead and move forward. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that as we go along. But I wanted you to go ahead and get that tip because I wanted to make sure that you understood exactly what I was saying. So let me go ahead and breeze through these slides so we can get to where we need to be. Okay. So yes, we already know that a lot of people are already buying information. So is our business working? Yes, it is actually working. But what is it that we need to do? We need to be able to tap into those resources in order to buy the stuff that the people have, right? So if we know that the people are buying the information, what is the thing that the people are relying on? The people are relying on content. Customers are more likely to be influenced by their online interaction with you as a brand by your presence on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Google, all that stuff, which we already know already, right? And these are the stats. When a lot of people are ready to buy a product, buy information, buy something that they know that will help them, the first thing that they do is they go and they read those reviews, right? And what is the biggest one? Excuse me, because I'm going to show you. What is the biggest one that people are getting into now? Most of you guys probably already noticed, and you probably already heard of it already. But let's go ahead and and take a look at this for a second. I know most of you guys heard of Yelp, right? Yelp is one of those sites that people are using, that people are using to get their information. When you actually come to Yelp, and let's say I want to be able to find out the best restaurants that are near me, the first thing I'm looking at is the types of restaurants, right? After that, if I find something that looks interesting to me, the next thing I'm doing is I'm looking at the reviews. I'm looking at the reviews exactly uh, to see exactly what this place is all about. Is the food good? Everything. Now, this is the way that people are actually buying stuff, and they are actually engaging with each other. Having reviews and doing retail has had to adjust their business model to go ahead and adapt to all of this stuff. So people are looking more for recommendations, right? The next thing that they're doing is something that we all push you guys to do. We all push you guys to do this each and every day. And that is they are going to blogs, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to blogs. 31% go to blogs. 34% go to brand websites. And let me tell you what that means. Brand websites, Coke, Sprite, Pepsi, all of those people. But that does not exclude you, right? That does not exclude you. If they know you and other people say that you're good and you actually develop a brand, they will go to your sites too. Now, what I want you to pay attention to is look at where social media is. Social media comes after all of the other stuff. So when we say go ahead and create a blog and start to put good content out there, we mean it for a reason, because people are looking. People want to know exactly what they need to do to solve their problem. People want reviews on different products before they buy them because they want to know if the product is good. People want to know who's the person that's behind the product. Do they have a brand? Are they important? Are they influential in the industry? And can they help me? So when we say that content is king, it really is king, because this is how most of our customers are deciding what to do today. So with all of that money online, why do 95% of us fail, right? Why are we not making a grade? Why are we not getting some of that billions of dollars? What is the problem? And I'm going to tell you what it is right now. 95% of online marketers fail or end up broke because they believe the old ways of marketing still work, which we're going to discuss. They believe that they can just put up a capture page, come online, generate a couple of leads, and hope for the best. You have the clutter factor. You have a lot of people who start in businesses every day. Over 16,000 online businesses are started every year. Within 90 days, most of them are closed, more than half. Okay? Information overload. We know that's a big problem. No real strategic plan, lack of personal development. Everyone says traffic is expensive. You have social media, which we're going to talk about, throttling, and we have merchant issues. So here it is. In the 90s, it was easy to put up a simple capture page, right? When everybody got started online, you put up a capture page, you tell people to go to that long address, you was able to go ahead and generate leads. If you sent out a newsletter advertising where you had a whole bunch of people on email, you can go ahead and send it out to them. They will all sign up. But today, our customers are much smarter. They are looking and reading, right? They're doing everything that we said before. So at least those 10% of the people who are looking around for you, they're going to be fake. You have to work harder to get a customer. And the reason why is people don't want to be sold. This right here, if all of you guys looked at this today, now this was a capture page from the 90s. If you see this today, you would automatically think that this was a spam website. You will automatically think that this was not for you, right? Because that's not the way it works no more. People are much smarter. Then we have the clutter factor. We all know what that means, right? The average number of advertisements and brand exposure per day per person is 5,000 plus. The average number of ads only exposures per day is 362. Ads only day today is 153, which means this. Even if you look at your timeline on Facebook, if you look at your MSN, if you look at all of those things, you are so bombarded with information that you really don't know what to decide. Your mind blocks out different things of stuff that you like and what you don't like. Okay? Everybody is selling you something. Everybody is telling you that this is the next hot thing. This is what you're supposed to do. And then that information overload kicks in and you're not sure what to do, who to trust, or who to believe in to help you to go to the next level. So mostly everybody does nothing. But then you have a whole bunch of people advertising. And then that's where the branding comes in, where people go with who they know. Okay? Then you have too many gurus. Every day you have somebody, who's saying that they're the next guru. You check your email box. How many emails do you get a day? You don't even check them all. Okay. And those emails that you get are from people who list you signed up on, who told you that they can help you with copywriting, they can help you with traffic, they can help you with all this stuff. So you get overwhelmed. Okay. You have novice marketers copying, claiming to be big gurus, and you have to pick and choose. You have to figure out who is who and who can actually help you do what you want to do, which causes information overload, right? You don't know where to go, but you need to get results, right? But and this is part of our industry fault, where we believe a lot of people come online believing that they're going to be a millionaire overnight, not understanding that this is a business and they do have to work their business. So it is very hard when it comes to information overload because people think that it is real easy. And a lot of the programs out there tell you it's easy until you actually get them and you find out that there's a learning curve or something within there. And then there's no real strategic action plan. You really don't know what to do, right? Your only goal is to go ahead and make money, become a millionaire, but you have no clear direction, no roadmap on how you can accomplish your goals, and really no real implementation. And a lot of marketers will say, okay, well, I'm an affiliate, so the people are doing that for me, where you need to have your own strategic objective as an affiliate. And you got lack of personal development, which we already know. You don't have enough reasons as to why you want to actually do your business. You have too many distractions. You always tell yourself you don't have enough money. You feel inadequate if you don't get to a certain level. And sometimes you don't have the support that you need. It could be spouse, it could be family, it could be anything. Any one of these things can actually make you second guess yourself and tell you that this is not for you. You should go get that job, or you better keep that job, or stop fiddling around with these things that's not going to make you money. But I'm telling you guys that it is possible to actually get it done. And when I get to these 5 ways, you'll actually see. And I really want you to write them down because I want to make sure that you get them. People say that traffic is expensive, which there is expensive traffic and there's also cheap traffic. Now, the reason why traffic is expensive is because we have big companies coming online. When we used to do traffic in the 90s and the 2000s, you had people who you had only us advertising. Then all of a sudden you had all of these big companies coming online because they understood the power of lead generation and the power of online marketing. And so they come and they jack up the price on purpose so that they can actually beat out the competition, which means that we as marketers have to pay more money in order to go ahead and generate some leads for ourselves. And then we already know what Facebook did, right? If you have a Facebook fan page, Facebook actually manages exactly what people see and what they don't see. When Facebook started, you would have a whole big timeline of all of your friends. Now Facebook says, we're only going to show people what they care about and less promotional content. So that means that if your stuff is not creative, if your post is not creative, if people are not liking it, if people are not engaged in it, then a lot of people will not see it, which forces you to do what? Those boost posts that you see when you do Facebook advertising, you are forced to do those so that you can get more people looking at your stuff. So with all of that, you also have merchant issues. We got PayPal. We got all of these different things. I think you guys saw where PayPal had a class action suit against them because they were taking too much money from people, and they were shutting down accounts of people who should have never been shut down. They're taking $5 to $15 per transaction, and it can be any merchant. So you're left with all of these high prices, and then you think that you're not able to go ahead and make as much money as you can because the merchants go ahead and take it all. Okay. So with all of that, how do you start to build a profitable business? Knowing exactly what you know now, knowing that the industry is $1 billion industry, knowing that information is the number 2 thing that people are buying online, and knowing that you have the opportunity to go ahead and build your business, what are the steps that you need to take to go ahead and build it? And this is exactly what I want you to write down because this is very important. The 5 ways that you can go ahead and start to build your business. Number 1, you need a strategic plan, and we're going to talk about that. Okay? You need to learn and know how to practice education-based selling and lead generation. You need to get continuous training and implementation, strategic conversion tactics, learn those, and learn how to test and measure. Those are the 5 things that you need to build a $100,000 business per year. And I'm going to show you exactly how you do that. Now, before I actually go on, I just wanted to go ahead and check in with y'all just to make sure everything is okay. Are you guys actually okay? Is everything cool? Uh, are you guys actually seeing the value in all of this? Just go ahead and let me know so I can go ahead and continue really quick. But I want to make sure that you guys understand that part. Okay. So is that cool? Okay, great. I appreciate it, guys. I really do. I really do. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. So here we go. So we know the 5 ways, right? You gotta do strategic planning, education-based selling. You gotta get trained, continuously get trained, and you have to learn how to convert and test and measure. So if we go ahead and start with the first one, strategic planning is the most important one, and I'm gonna go ahead and prove it to you right quick. You have to know where you're going in order to reach your destination, right? None of the other methods will work if you don't have a plan. Now, let me tell you what a strategy is versus a goal or a strategic objective. Now, a strategy or a strategic objective is a well-defined, detailed plan on how to achieve a long-term goal. It is the overall impact, the ultimate position that you would like to achieve in your marketplace. Now, some people get strategies and tactics confused, but a tactic is the action, the stuff that you do to help you execute the strategy, right? But that is not a goal. A goal is that observable and measurable end result of doing the strategies and tactics. And I know that sounds a little bit confusing, but let me tell you exactly and break it down for you. It's not a strategy unless there's an idea behind it, like what we talked about earlier, right? Any number of strategies can be used to achieve a business goal. For example, if you have a strategy in your business to increase brand loyalty and increase customer relationships by 10%, that is different than having a goal of $10 million by December 2015. Does that make sense? So a strategy is increase my marketing by 110%. And a tactic is increase the upsell and the speed of product delivery and build brand loyalty, right? That's still a strategy, excuse me. The tactics to actually increase the marketing by 110% is you create a Facebook fan page, you spread around your core story messages over different social media platforms. You might run 2 emails a day. You might write 3 or 4 blog posts a day. Does that make sense? So if your goal is to make $10 million by December 2015, the strategy to get to that goal is to increase your marketing by 110%, increase your upsells and the speed of your product delivery, and build brand loyalty. That's your strategy. And then how are you going to actually do that? I am going to post everything that I can, my story, my information, all over social media platforms, all over email, all of the technical stuff that you're already used to, in which you're actually working for now. The next thing you need to do is education-based selling. Now, we already know that the way, in order for us to really, really make money in this business, is you need laser targeted leads. If you don't have eyeballs on your offer, you're dead in the water. If you're struggling right now and you're struggling to make sales in your business, you have to look at the whole spectrum. Are you generating leads? Are you generating enough leads? Are you generating quality leads? Is it people who are actually interested in what you have to offer? If you're not doing any of those things, then you understand why you're not making money. Now, Peter Drucker said that business is innovation and marketing, right? If you have a great company or idea or service, but no eyeballs looking at it, you basically have a hobby, right? And we don't want to have any hobbies no more, right? We don't want to be sitting around trying to figure out exactly what we need to do. We want to be able to put a strategy together, take action on our strategy, and actually start to receive our results if we want to go ahead and create our business. So let's get a clear picture on our market, right? We know in our market that at least 3% are actually buying now. We know that 6 through 7% are open to it. And we also know that 30% is not thinking about it, not interested, or don't think they're interested. And there are 30% who are not interested. But this is how education marketing helps, right? Education marketing, ladies and gentlemen, takes all of those people down here, takes all of those people down here who say that they're not interested and moves them up the ladder to get to that 3%. Okay? You are not selling to your customers. What you're doing is you're educating them bit by bit on what they need or what they would desire in order to go ahead and buy your product, because most of the time they probably don't even know anything about it, right? So you use education-based selling to go ahead and make that happen. And I'm going to show you an example of that. When I tell you education-based marketing will win every time over selling, because people love statistics, people love to know current events, and people love to look at things and discover new things in order to help them grow their business. They do not like to be sold. Okay? So let's say you're presenting in a room of opportunity seekers and you're an affiliate of a product that will help them start an online business. How would you use educational marketing to keep them in their seats and listen to what you have to offer? Okay. Do you come and you say, John, this opportunity I'm an affiliate of, go ahead and see if you like it. Okay. Probably not, because nobody cares about you being an affiliate of a product or anything like that. Right. But when you're using education-based marketing, what you do is, and you guys seen this a lot, is that you do special reports. You actually do white papers. You do webinars. And you'll give out an example like this. The new rules of money have changed. Learn 5 ways you will always live paycheck to paycheck if you don't incorporate them. Excuse me, let me read that again. Special report. The new rules of money have changed. 5 reasons why you will always live paycheck to paycheck if you don't incorporate them. Now, isn't that a better approach to actually educating your customers on them being able to figure out the new rules of money instead of telling them or selling them on your product or service? It makes it easier, it lowers the risk, and it allows you to go ahead and get your message across when you use education-based selling. And all you do from here is you back up your presentation or whatever it is that you have with statistics and information that they can go ahead and use to make a sound decision about why your product is so great. And again, we're going to get through this. I just want to go ahead and fly through these slides. Jim Rohn is one of the people that I admire so much. He says, always be eager to learn, no matter how successful you might already be. In the Millionaires Club, we sometimes invite a billionaire to come talk to us. He says, you're doing okay, but come on. How about if you really poured it on? And the reason why I like this quote is because we always believe that we should not be continuously learning. If somebody puts a product in front of us, we feel like, no, we already purchased something. No, we already got something. We don't need this to help. Your business is always going to go through a roadblock, and leaders are learners. We are constantly reading books, watching videos, doing everything. The reason why is because we are trying to master what it is that we're doing, right? Extensive research in this area suggests that it requires about 5 to 7 years of hard work for you to move to the top of your field and continue lifelong learning, which means that if you stick this out and you continue to build your business, not only would you reach a goal, but you will definitely be a master at it. But you will have to dedicate your time, be focused, have good work ethics, and really have that pig-headed discipline that you're actually going to go ahead and better yourself without taking any shortcuts. Without it, I don't think that you can go ahead and make it happen, right? So I'm going to go ahead and run through the rest of these slides so we can get to it. Spend about 30 to 60 minutes a day reading things in your field, right? Take a course or seminar to help you become an expert in your field. And I'm going to, let you know how you can actually go ahead and do that with me. But if you don't do it with me, make sure you go ahead and find ways where you can actually do it. You need to know how to convert. You need to know how to influence people in order to get them to buy your product and service. The way you do that is you have to already figure out what state they're in. If they're in a good mood, bad mood, or whatever mood that they're in, you have to know what state they're in, and you have to get them into the state that you want them in. You want them to be able to either look at their problems or look at something that's already influencing them. Because once you already got them in a position where you're helping them solve their problem, then you can go ahead and tailor your product and service to meet their objective. And I'm going to show you that too. Then you have to do testing and measuring, which we already know. You have to measure, analyze, test, optimize, and repeat. This never changes. You have to be able to find your golden goose in this business to show you exactly what you need to do. So that's all the slides that I have. So now I'm going to go ahead to the meat and potatoes. Let me go ahead and just check in with y'all to see if you guys are still here. I know that that was pretty quick, but I really want to jump into what you guys came here for. Okay. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to bring up my little pad, and we are going to work it out from scratch. I am going to show you the way that I put my process of showing you of how I build a 100K business online. I'm going to show you the exact process I go through using those 5 steps that I just outlined for you. And I'm going to show you how you can actually use the same process, right? So I'm just going to bring up my little thing here. I'm going to try to bring it out on the side so I can see you guys too. Give me 1 second here. It is right here. Let me see if I can share it with you. Okay, so I can see it, and I know you can see it, right? So let's go ahead and break this down. Okay. Now, what I'm going to say is my goal for this business is that I want to make 100K, $100,000. Right? Oops, excuse me, y'all. $100,000. Right? And I want that by December 2016. Right? So that is my ultimate goal. Now, before I do anything, I want to know what my strategic objective is going to be. what am I going to focus on to get the people to have for me to influence people? Excuse me. Sorry. Well, I'm going to focus on, let's say nobody knows me, right? Only a few of you on here know me, right? So let's say nobody knows me. So I am going to focus on brand loyalty because that's important for me. I am also going to focus on trust because that is important when a lot of people don't know you. And I am going to go ahead and focus on, let's say, social proof, show and tell. You know, I call it show and tell, but social proof, right? So, my strategic objective for all of my marketing, I want to make sure that I build brand loyalty, trust, and social proof, right? So, what am I actually going to teach? Is going to be my core story? What is it that people, I want to teach people, right? What is it that I want to offer people? Well, for me, I'm going to offer them something that I already know and that I can train people to do, right? So I am going to show people how to make 100K a year online while on a budget. Okay. That is considered my core story. Okay. So when I'm doing my educational based selling, my core story is going to be surrounded around how to make 100K a year while on a budget. So if I'm educating people, would it be easy for me to go ahead and just say that and maybe put it in a PowerPoint? Yeah, probably. Those people who are interested in making 100K a year online will help. You know, it will actually be attractive to them. But remember that 30% and 30% and 30%, those people who think they interested, not interested, and definitely not interested. What can I say or do that will actually go ahead and help me educate those people and move them up the ladder? Okay. How about if I want them to learn about making $100,000 a year online? What if we talked about something about the 5 ways to double your income from your home without wasting a lot of time and does everybody get that? Now I can work on that a little bit more, right? I can work on that a little bit more if I want to. But does everybody get exactly what I'm saying? Where what I am more focused on is the fact of I need to move people up the ladder. Talking about making $100,000 a year online will only get those people who are actually interested, right? But how many people want to learn 5 ways to double their income from home? Or if I played with it a little bit, just double your income without wasting a lot of time and money. It doesn't have to be from home. You could do it from anywhere, right? So now what I did is that I said, okay, well, I now have a way in where not only am I talking to that 3%, but now I'm talking to my 100% of my audience. Okay. And what I would do, just like I just showed you, I will put a report together, presentation for a webinar together, I would also, let's say, put cheat sheet together, or whatever it is to help with this education, right? So the cool thing now is I have my core story. I have my strategic objective. Everything that I do, right? And this right here goes inside of the next area, which I need to put it on. Now, everything I do has to be based on these two things. And I hope you guys understand that. So if I put that down there, when I put my report together, my presentation for a webinar, a cheat sheet, a capture page, a sales letter, sales video, bonuses, actual upsells, all these different things. This is the stuff that you're taught, right? All these different things that I put together, right, has to be implemented, but it must be surrounded by these two things, right? And really surrounded by these. So when I put my report together, the first thing that I'm thinking of is in this report, how can I go ahead and build brand loyalty? How can I build loyalty? Right? How can I build brand loyalty? How can I build trust? How can I build social proof? You get it? It makes you think, now that you have a strategic objective, it makes you think about everything you do, because everything you put out must be able to go back to this thing here. It must be able to satisfy these things, because that is how you're going to get to this. Is everybody clear on that? Does that make sense? Okay. Does it make sense to everybody? Let's see. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me go ahead and see what the comments is here, because I see that a lot of people are having problems with the comments. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and move forward. So now I have my strategic objective, right? I know what it is that I'm going to do. Now I need to go ahead and look, assuming that I did all of these things. Now I need to make them work. I need to be able to influence and get people to actually buy what it is that I am looking for. I mean, what they're looking for, right? So that's where the whole concept of influence comes from, right? So that's where you figure out the person desires. You figure out their dreams. You figure out what state they're in. You figure out exactly what they want, not necessarily what they need. And then you put that in little actionable steps from what we call headlines, copy, ads, and what is it? Advertising. I hope that makes sense. I really hope it does. I think I'm having trouble with this chat or something. I really don't know what it is, right? Okay. So now that you actually have that, right? You have to be able to keep on, once you already know what's influencing them, what's keeping them up at night, And let's go ahead and just do a couple of samples here. I know a lot of people, what keeps them up at night? One, not making money in their business, spending too much money, and not getting results. Afraid to get started, failed before, and scared to try again. And also on a budget, lack of money. Those are usually the top things that people actually go through in our industry. So, with that being said, if we're trying to educate people and we're showing them how to double their income, all of our headlines, all of our copy, all of our advertising is all centered around this core story and this educational based selling, right? And then once we have it all out there and we're running stuff, what we're doing is we're testing ads, right? So we're testing capture pages, we're testing headlines, we're testing copy, we're testing everything that we do. Okay. And this is basically the process that I go through when I'm trying to go ahead and put a business together. And then once I have my strategic objective down and once I have my stuff together, now it's just about implementing it. It's about all those things that you already know about, right? So let me go ahead and show you just a couple of the things that I've been working on in real time to actually go ahead and build a business. I'm going to show you all of the steps that I just outlined for you. Okay. Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure I bring them all up at the same time so you can understand what I'm actually doing here. And okay. Alrighty. Okay. So let me go ahead and see if I could do this really quick. I'm going to stop that. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. I need to pull some of these things out. Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay. So I'm building my $100,000 business, right? And I'm in my implementation stage and I am building my capture page. Now, my capture page, my strategic objective for everything is to build brand loyalty, trust, and social proof, right? So what I say here on one of my capture pages is I say free video. It's how beginners become experts, and it answers the question as to why you can't get ahead. Okay. So what are the things that I'm doing in this capture page? One, I'm trying to build your trust. I'm telling you what it is that you're about to get into, right? And I'm telling you ahead of time that is actually going to influence you and fulfill that desire or that state that you're in that you cannot get ahead. Okay. So that's one of the pages. Now the second page is the same thing, right? Is the same thing, but it's just a different background. And the reason why it's a different background, because I'm in my testing and measurement, right? I want to be able to see if a man works or a female works. Which one works when it comes to me finding my golden goose, like what we talked about earlier? Which one will give me the opportunity to go ahead and find that golden goose, right? So I actually went on ahead and put these two capture pages together. Now, what am I doing after that? I have a sales video that's behind it, right? And it's just a regular sales video. But what I also want to show you is another one that I put together, because not only do we have that kind of funnel, but we also have the webinar funnel. This is where you opted in today. Okay. Now, this is a webinar funnel that I put together to help people do what? I'm doing my education based marketing. Does that make sense? I'm doing my education. That's what webinars for, to do education based selling so that you're able to go ahead and train and teach people. So I have two capture pages that focuses on uh, building up the desires in people, and also building brand loyalty. You saw the logo there that people can actually look at. And then I also have another webinar funnel that deals with education-based selling to actually go ahead and build up trust and also educate you on different things. Okay. I have this one, and it's also another one that I can show you really quick. And then we're going to actually move on. But this is the implementation part that I'm telling you about. And getting all these things set up, guys, is not hard at all. Most of this stuff is templates. All of the stuff that you see is a template that I put together. So with that webinar that you saw, here is the second capture page, right? To see exactly which one works. Does the first one work? Does the second one work? Does people love to see a smile that's wide open, or do they like to see something that's a little bit more closed? Is the copy good? Does the page look good? We don't know what people will like, right? We just don't know. We don't know the state that people are in, but our copy and our advertising, which I'm going to get to in a second, is what will put the people inside of a state. So I have all of these capture pages together, which took me probably 30 minutes to set up all of them, right? With the different messages and the headlines and everything. And I hope you guys are writing this down, because this is your key to doing very well in your business. The next thing I need eyeballs on this stuff, right? I need for people to see exactly what I have. Now, I can do a couple of things. I can go ahead and get people to do it on my list, right? I can send it out in an email like I did to you guys, get people to come and get people to see. Or also, I can go ahead and advertise. Now, let me go ahead and bring that up for you. Since this is a new business, right? I'm starting from scratch. This is a business I'm starting from scratch. So it's nothing that has been there before. Everything that you're going to see is in real time, so I can show you exactly how you build the business. So the way that I'm starting is I'm starting with Facebook ads, right? And as you can see, for the last 7 days, we spent $152.08 on ads. Now, the webinars that we have, the first one we gave out a webinar checklist, because our objective is to go ahead and educate people, right? So what we did is that in order to do education-based marketing with people, we put up an ad to actually show them the strategies on how to actually do webinars, right? And we did a little boost post on that. Why did we do that? It's because our point is to go ahead and build up trust and to move those people up the ladder, okay? The second thing that we did is that, and that got us 10 conversions, which is cool. You know, for the first 7 days, that's pretty cool. You got 10 leads, right? Then the next one is for those 2 capture pages that I showed you. The first one, we got 8 conversions. And then the next one, we got 1 conversion, and we paid $11 for it. Now, here's the thing. That's where testing and measuring comes in, right? because some ads do well and some ads fail, but you never know which ones are going to work. So we have three, if you can see, we have three ads, but we are testing different types of copy. This one says, finally, your solution to building your business on a budget. And then we have our Leap marketing system there, right? Then if you go back, this one is the Leap education that says a clear vision and good marketing skills will help you get from where you are to where you want to be in your business, get the skills and end the frustration, right? And then we have our last one that says spending money and it's still not working. Learn the keys to ending wasteful spending in your business. But take a look at the stats. If you look at the stats for these, the one that is winning is this ad right here. Now it's all the same picture, but different content. So that lets us know what is people interested. It says, finally, your solution to building your business on a budget. Now, this is what I want you to hear from me in a second, right? If my strategic objective was to help you build $100,000 business on a budget, and I actually put that out there in the ad, and we got 8 conversions from that. Our capture page actually builds trust with you, tell you that this is the answer. You opt in. Our sales video tells you that this is the answer, and you actually go ahead and take an action from there. What you have done is that you took one person through your whole strategic objective, through your whole education-based selling, and through all of your tactics, right? Now, did they take action? You don't know. That's what your follow-up is about, which is a whole nother story. But what I want you to do is I want you to see the flow on how it works, how we went from concept all the way to implementation, all the way down to ads to get eyeballs on our concept and how we're using it to go ahead and generate leads and to sell more stuff, right? So getting back to that, let's go back to the ads. Let me show you. Okay. So that was that one. Now, remember we had the webinar ones, right? We had the webinar ads where I showed you the 2 capture pages. Well, you can actually see these 2 ad sets here, right? You see this one got 3 conversions, this one got 1. So obviously, from what we know, people like something that looks a little bit better. If you take a look at this, let me see if we could preview the post. This is the post right here. What are we focusing on again? Education-based marketing. We're not selling people to say, hey, jump into this business, blah, 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 right? This is what we say. Every 15 seconds, a new business begins. That's some 16,000 per day. Within 90 days, only about 160 are left. Why? If it's true that 99% or 15,000 of the people who begin their business today will not have one in the next 90 days from now, then you must immediately realize that the fault has absolutely nothing to do with you. There are things standing in your way that you can't see, yet you are blocking your path to success. And then it goes on to say, you can go ahead and join and figure out what those things are. Come join me 8 p.m. This is the webinar that we're promoting, and that actually got you here or through your email. Now, here's the thing that I want you to recognize. Look at the second one. Now, I thought that the second one will do much better. And I'm thinking because I like that picture personally, and I like that capture page personally, but people don't like it. For some reason, to them, it doesn't fit. Okay. They like the more subtle one instead of the mouth open kind of thing, right? We only got 1 conversion from that one. So what we did is like, okay, we're going to actually stick with the one that works, right? And we ran this ad for a while when we got started, and we were able to just spend a little bit of money, and we got like 4 conversions from that. But what we decided was is that advertising the webinars that are a day before, maybe a couple of days before, it might be easier to go with newsletter advertising or something else, than that, and leave Facebook to some of our bigger programs, which we have with our LEAP system, which I'll tell you guys about. But leading up to the webinar, we give away free information. We actually do post, you see, where we talk about the same thing about being online. We had 211 engagements on our post to actually go ahead and build up our community, because we want to go ahead and build up trust. This is how you build up trust when you're using social media, right? Because people only want to work with people that they believe know what they're talking about and have some kind of brand. So the more people who like, the more other people are interested, right? So our community that we just started 7 days ago, we are up to 74 people, which is pretty good. And we have, some stuff here that we're building up the community, but this is all from scratch. This is not nothing that we did, some time ago and now, whatever. We worked on this business. We started from scratch, from generating the leads all the way until now. So what you're looking at is actually us putting the work in and doing the work to build up this business and to get things started and to get things done, so that you can see really live exactly how it's done. And over the course of the time, as you can see, we spent $516 in Facebook ads. And I think to date, we've probably made like $2,000 on our stuff. And that's, like I said, within a 7-day period, we spent 152. But throughout the lifetime, when we started with this Facebook account, 516 made $2,000. That's a pretty good margin. Okay. So I say that to say that whole concept of you don't have enough money or lack of money, if you're building on a budget, it is possible for you to do it. But as you can see, the more you spend and the more you test, the better your results, the more money you will make. But you have to be able to go ahead and put yourself out there. And once you go ahead and put yourself out there, this is how you go ahead and make the money and get the leads. But this is what I want to stress to you guys. And this is what I'm going to talk to you guys now. This is what I want to stress to you guys. And that is that you need to be relentless about your business, because that was only one aspect, right? You have to support your ads with different things. Support them with videos on YouTube, support them on blogs by writing them, support them on social media by posting them, all of those different things. When you are spending your money on your advertising, you need to have other support, podcasts, interviews, all this stuff, because people look in different places for you. Okay. Now, I know you say, Gloria, that is a lot. That is a lot to do. And I really didn't sign up for all of that. It might sound like a lot, but if you actually have a good week of intense, as you can see, 7 days is what we use to go ahead and put it together. If you go ahead and you have a good week of intense doing and practicing, then you'll be fine. But the main thing you would need is that strategic objective. You got to have that. You cannot get started with the business if you don't have that. And so now with the business that we are now, the only thing that we're focusing on is making sure that the advertising goes well, making sure the value is there. So what I wanted to do, with you guys is I wanted to see if you are trying to get your business going and you're serious, no bullshit, for real. Excuse my language, okay? And you want to get your business up and running. I showed you all of the steps on how you can actually do it. We went from concept to figuring out a core story, to all of the implementations, to the ads, to the testing of what you do. You saw everything. That's how the money is made. If you want to do that, what I want you to do is I want you to contact me personally, and let's go ahead and take a look at your business, and let's go ahead and get it done. Now, if I'm coaching you already, you already in it, you already see the work that you got to put into it, and it makes you want to work harder, and it wants to make you do a little bit more stuff. But if not, and you're still here, get yourself together and let's go ahead and do it. You already saw the concept within an hour's time. It's only going to take you 7 days to get it going and get it up. As long as you know and you have a vision of what you want to do, then you'll be able to go ahead and get things on the right track. And like you saw, some ads do well and some ads are crappy. Some of them you have to get rid of. Some of them you have to work on, but that's the nature of the business. Why? Because you never know what state a person is in, but you want to be able to target those people who are in a certain state, because those are the people you're looking for. And what does that mean? I am targeting all those people who are in a state of, I want to be able to build a business and I want to be able to build a good business, but I need to be able to do it on a budget. That's what all my ads say. That's what all of my education is about. That's everything. If you're not interested in that, you're going to bypass my ads. That's fine. You're not qualified to work with me. But if you want to do it and you want to do it on a budget and you're able to go ahead and work hard, then all of the stuff that you will see from me is going to resonate with you, because it will show you exactly what it is that you need to do to go ahead and build your business. So if that's what you want, guys, go ahead and send me an email. I will have to talk to you first. There is, let me see, how do I get this going here with this chat box? Gmail.com. I don't even know if you guys can see it. I don't even know how to turn, I don't even know how to, oh, okay, there it is. Okay, so that is the email here, if you guys got it. Let me move this out the way again. Only presenters can type. Oh, that's so whack. Why did it do that? Okay, I think you guys can type now. Okay, so yeah, there is my my email inside of the chat box. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask me. I believe that I'll be able to see it now. Send me an email if you want to go ahead and get your business up and running. If you just still on the fence and you're just looking, you're not sure, you're trying to see, you don't know, when you're sure and you're ready and you want to put the work in, then you go ahead and contact me. If you are stuck, you don't know what to do, maybe you're an affiliate of a product, they got everything set up for you, but you don't know how to get things started, the first thing you need to do is build brand loyalty. You know that. Learn how to generate leads, build brand loyalty, get people to trust you, and they'll purchase that product from you. Okay. If you have your own product, same concept. Learn how to build brand loyalty, make sure the product is valuable enough for people, and then go ahead and work on generating leads using educational-based selling. Okay. So guys, I know that was a lot. So if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in here. If not, then I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. But I appreciate you guys being here, and I appreciate talking to you guys. So if you have a question, ask me. I'll wait because I know the chat has been off. I don't know, but I'll wait for a little bit. Let's see. Who do we have? Oh, all my people are here. Donnie, Miss Lyles, hey, Charles, Celeste. Yeah, you guys come a lot. Celeste, Charles, I really need to see y'all businesses because you guys come a lot and I don't think I had a chance to talk to you. Donnie, you're new. I haven't seen you before. Um, but if you are, send me an email and let me take a look at your business too and see how we can move forward. So, questions? Okay. I guess you guys are okay then because I don't see any questions here. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for being here. I really, 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 really do appreciate it. You know, I love you guys. I will show you anything that you need to go ahead and build your business. You can reach out to me, gloriaward12@gmail.com at any time. Get off that fence, build your business. It's not that hard. It's really not. As long as you have that pig-headed discipline and you're ready to go and make it happen, it will happen for you. But you got to put the work in and you got to get organized and it'll definitely happen for you. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go ahead and go now. So see ya.